going on at Manchester United. The reality is we're not signing any players and other clubs are. The reality is that we don't know what we're doing. The reality is that the out-of-office replies are on again this weekend as United struggle to do any transfer business. But it's the whys that people want to know. And in effect, United don't, in a sentence, Man United don't have a plan B. They have a plan A and they do not have a plan B. And they are struggling. If you look at Manchester United and you think about the plan that we thought we had, the structured plan, the structure, the process, the journey that Manchester United have put out there that they don't have one. The cold, harsh fact of Manchester United's transfer strategy this summer is this. The reason that we are waiting on De Jong is because Manchester United heard in late April that Barcelona were looking to sell De Jong. And we were the only club that stepped forward and went, yeah, we'd be interested in doing that deal. And ever since that day, Man United have sat there waiting, not physically, but, to visualise. United have been sat outside the Nou Camp for the last 2 months, waiting for Barcelona to sell the player that's going to build our whole team and our whole summer. Our plan is not structured. Our transfer strategy is not dynamic and it is not proactive. It is a reactive transfer strategy based solely around one player and based solely around when Barcelona want to sell. Barcelona have got Manchester United like that. And they can squeeze and twist and do whatever they like. Barcelona, and this is, look, I'm not getting this information from Manchester United, I'm getting this information from Spain. Barcelona have known for the last 2 months that they can keep Man United waiting for as long as they want because United have got nowhere else to go. Ten Hag really wants De Jong. United really want De Jong. Not only because he's a good player, but from a United point of view, they get to go, yeah, look at us, we've done it again. We can do things other teams dream of. We can't, but United still think shirt sellers, big signings are what make you relevant. United are all in on this deal. It's all or nothing with Frenkie de Jong, and Barcelona know it. And this nonsense that United are negotiating a better price, we're negotiating nothing. We're waiting for Barcelona to say they're ready to sell. And the reason Barcelona are waiting is because they're trying to sort out economic levers, as we know, but they're also trying to sort out other deals. Barcelona want to do deals with Lewandowski and Koundé, Sevilla and Bayern Munich, and they don't want to do those deals when Bayern Munich and Sevilla know they've just received 70 million for Frenkie de Jong. They're trying to get deals in. It's the old classic routine. You get, when you know you're selling a player, you get players in before so that when you're buying players, clubs don't know that you've just received a big cheque. So United's plan this summer that they lied to us about and spoke about proactive scouting and a new strategy, United's plan is not proactive, it is reactive. We are basically sat there for 2 months waiting on Barcelona, and that's why we don't get many updates about bids being rejected and this, that and the other, because the fee is probably not really in question. The delay is Barcelona trying to sort other things out before they sell De Jong. So Man United have basically become this summer Barcelona's lapdog. Barcelona know it, and they know we won't walk away. Because we can't walk away. Because if we walk away, we've got nothing else to go for. And if we walk away, we humiliate ourselves in a new summer with a new manager and a new CEO in front of the fan base who don't trust them anyway. We are all in on Frenkie de Jong, and that is why we are sat here. And it's about time fans realised what is going on. There is no strategy. There is no plan. We are not being proactive. We are being reactive, and all our summer is about Frenkie de Jong and waiting on Barcelona. And the club can't move away from it because they've committed to something that they probably thought they would get de Jong done a couple of weeks ago, but now they've been hanging around for so long, they've got to wait. It's like being in a queue to the airport and it's hours long and you're like, oh, I shouldn't have done this. But you've been queuing so long. It's like a fairground, isn't it? You've queued so long, you may as well wait it through now. And we have to wait it through. Every statement United released contained the words meetings or financial plan structure. Basically, the wording a business uses, proof the Glazers only see us as a business and not a football club, says Michael T. I think we need to write off this season, says Matthew, but I am hopeful that Erik ten Hag will make good of what we have. I mean, that's a horrible thought, Matthew, but there you go. United couldn't sign a piece of paper right now, says Adam. So look, I think it's important when you get this information that I know for a fact is very, very good, just clear your thoughts. Calm yourself down. Stop thinking that we're negotiating a fee. We're not negotiating a fee. we're not negotiating a fee. It doesn't take 8 weeks, 6 weeks, 7 weeks, 9 weeks, however long you want to say it is to negotiate a fee. We are waiting on Barcelona to say you can have De Jong now. That's what the case is. That's why we won't do any other business, and that's why we're in a complete and utter mess. I can tell you also as well, Ghana looking for first team game time. Ghana and Donny as a pair can do a decent job. Yuri, I don't want to talk about stuff like that. With all due respect to you, Yuri, you're lowering the standards. I don't want to talk about stuff like that, and I'm sure there's many people who agree. Why are you giving them an excuse? This is where I agree with the really hardcore Glazer out people who say, you know, we basically get what we deserve with the Glazers because we find ways to make it okay. And that's what you're doing, Yuri. You're going, we've had a shit transfer window, but you know what? Let's try Ghana and Donny and see how it works. It's like someone coming and bulldozing your house down and saying, oh, there's some wood in my garden. If I put it up in a certain place, it'll keep me dry. Like, we shouldn't be doing that. Not when owners are taking 30 million out of the club in the last 6 months. We shouldn't be going, well, we could get by with Ghana and Donny. The Glazers will be going, look at these idiots. Look at these idiots. We've literally just landed £11 million in our bank account and they're talking about building a midfield with what they've got. Get another 11 million. We're laughing. Does De Jong solve all our midfield problems? I don't think so, says Ami. We need a CDM. Well, I agree with you on that one, but what I want to talk about is why the transfer strategy is in a mess, because we don't have a strategy. We've got no plan B. Everything is about De Jong. We're Manchester United. We're in the hands of Barcelona. We've got no other strategy. We've got no other plan. We've got nowhere else to go. It's all or nothing on De Jong. And if we don't get De Jong, we're screwed because there's nowhere else to go. Basically, Man United scouted a load of players. Erik ten Hag came in the middle of May. Manchester United said, what do you think? He said, no. And that is why he's gone with players he knows, like Anthony, De Jong and Timber and Martinez. That is why he's gone with those sort of players. If he doesn't get those players, he doesn't have any backups. He wanted Darwin Núñez. We didn't get him. We're not going for anyone else because there is no backup. We're not going for a striker. He wants Frankie de Jong. If we don't get Frankie de Jong, there is no backup. They might buy Ruben Neves, but it's not really who United want, and it's not who Ten Hag wants. He wanted how limited our transfer targets are, and how we don't have plan Bs, because like we don't get Timber, so let's go for the next Ajax centre back. Like there's no let's go and get Ndiki from Eintracht Frankfurt or Badashil from Monaco, or even Pau Torres. It's no, let's go and get another Ajax centre back. Anthony, let's go and get Anthony. If we don't get Anthony, we won't buy a winger. We've got no plan B. We've got no big plan. It's all very basic, and I don't blame Erik ten Hag as well. I want this to be made very, very clear. Since when? And I know a lot about Ten Hag, and I'm sure you know a lot about Ten Hag. Tell me the evidence that Ten Hag is a transfer guru. Tell me the evidence that Ten Hag knows how to spend £100 million at a big club. That's not what he is. At Ajax, he had people like Mark Overmars and Van der Sar and other people. And they weren't even a massive club with massive budgets. Ten Hag cannot solve a transfer window. He is a coach. He is a football coach. He coaches players. He's not here to rescue a transfer window. That's not what he is here for. And he hasn't got the CV for that. He isn't that type of a manager. He's not a transfer expert. He's not a transfer guru. He doesn't go out there and buy the players. There are some managers who do that, but not really. And there are some managers that have got great knowledge of the transfer market. That's not really what Erik ten Hag's about. Erik ten Hag is a coach. So we're a mess. We're basically a mess. He's given them a list and they're not providing it. And what I can also tell you as well is that United's original plan was to get Anthony and De Jong for 100 million. They genuinely thought they were going to get Anthony and De Jong for 100 million. Not a chance now, but that's what they thought. That's where the 40 million for Anthony was coming from, and they thought they could get De Jong for 60. Their plan was, because the budget's not that big, was De Jong and Anthony for 100 million. Well, at least 140 million now. At least 140 million, because Ajax have bumped the price up. So I don't know. I don't know where we're going to end up. I still firmly believe that we'll sign players, and I'm absolutely convinced we will get De Jong in the end, but we won't get De Jong because we've negotiated a fair price. I guarantee you, United and Barcelona have known what they're getting and paying for De Jong for about a month. I think we've had that fee sorted out for a long time. I think all these stories about new bids and everything like that, I think the bid will be, as I said a couple of days ago, the official bid, which should be going in any time, will be 75 million euros with 10 million add-ons. That's what I think we'll end up paying, about 64 million quid. I think that's been agreed for a long time. I think that this negotiation back and forth and this pantomime that we're playing through the journalists, I don't believe it. I think the reality is that we've always known.